Hey guys, thank you for being here today and welcome back. I wanted to really thank you guys for the great support. We hit 300,000 followers here on YouTube, which I really appreciate you guys, and I've been getting a lot of good feedback from you guys, so thank you so much. I wanted to do a nice giveaway and also answer some of the questions I've been getting through emails, through Instagram, through here on YouTube, and I want to answer some of your guys' questions with my wife. My wife's going to join me today, and she's going to have a list of questions, and we're just going to, answer some artist questions, and then also I'll show you what I'll be giving away today. So this is my wife Andrea, and she actually does all the behind the scenes stuff here and a lot of the business side of things. And she also actually has a YouTube channel as well. And if you're a creator and you're interested in learning more, check out her page. She gives good insights that I think will help you guys as well.
Nice to meet you guys, and we want to say thank you from both of us for your support over the years. It is such a blessing to have an amazing community like you guys, and we are so thankful for this opportunity to share Felix's art with you guys, and we're so thankful for all the messages and the support that you guys give us. It really means a lot, and we're so thankful that you guys are enjoying the lessons as much as you are. So we wanted to do a big giveaway for you guys, and we have a lot of ColorByFeliks products to give to one of you guys who will like and subscribe to the ColorByFeliks channel. That's the first requirement for winning the items we're about to show you. And the second requirement is that you comment down below and let us know one or multiple of your favorite ColorByFeliks tutorials are, or a video on the channel that you really enjoyed. So comment down below, let us know what you guys have enjoyed on the ColorByFeliks channel the most. Then we are going to do a big giveaway. So do you want to share what we're going to be giving away today?
Yes, so we're going to be also announcing the winner. We're going to comment on the winner. This is going to go on for a week and on the winner, and so we're going to message them. So be sure to keep an eye on that. And so right now I'm going to show you what you guys are going to win.
All right, these are the 5-set Felix K Fine Art acrylic paints. These are all primaries plus white and black. Item 2. We have the 24 set of acrylic paints. These are 37 milliliter tubes, and there's 24 colors. Item 3, we have the ColorByFeliks 4 set of brushes and the blending brushes, set of 3. Item number 4, we have the paper palette. And finally, we have the ColorByFeliks Frederick's canvases, 16 by 20 inch on stretcher bars and pre-gessoed. All right, guys, there you have it. These are all of the items that you could potentially win by commenting down below. Thank you so much for your support. All these products have been tried and tested by Felix before being created. All right, guys, so the way that we're gonna answer these questions, we're gonna do about 10 questions, and we are getting these questions from Felix's story that he posted on Instagram. We had asked you guys to submit some questions for us. Some of these questions I'm gonna answer, and some of them, probably most of them, Felix is gonna answer. We hope that this could be fun and you guys could learn a little bit more about each of us, and especially Felix. Thanks, guys, and let's get started.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the first question we're going to answer is from Esteromi Molly P. And her question, or his question, is, I would love to know how you guys met. That would be cool.
So that's a good question and a good way to start our first question, I think. How I met my wife Andrea here. We've been married for 5 years now, and I met her. I used to model before getting into art, and I met her brother, older brother, and we became really good friends in the studio. We've been shooting and working together, and one day she came in and had lunch together with her brother, and I joined them together, and that's how I
And it was
met.
love at first sight.
It was love at first sight, guys. That's how we met, and I actually met her dad as well. He came in for lunch, so her dad was cool, and we just kind of connected all, as a family together really well. Her mom's awesome as well. It's just a great family, and my wife is amazing. And from there, it just just started happening. She messaged me through Facebook, and then I messaged back, and we just kind of started chit-chatting.
Actually, I think you messaged me.
Something like that, guys. Something like that. Something like that. So
anyway, we met through my brother, and we just started talking, and that's how we met about 6 years ago now. The next question is from Chaya Agarwal, but she says, how did you learn painting?
Also a good question. I, as a kid, I've always been sketching. So I started sketching cars in elementary school, and in middle school I started sketching a lot more. I wasn't introduced to painting until I was a freshman in high school, and I started messing with oils and acrylics and trying to find, in watercolor, trying to find what I enjoyed best. And I really enjoyed acrylics because it was less messy and it was easier to work with. I liked the fact that it was drying faster so that I can add more layers. And I just started experimenting then. And then I think that was 9th grade.
And that's how you got started painting.
And I started painting then. And then I just kind of mainly self-taught. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, mainly self-taught. But I did take some courses in college for fun, but mainly self-taught.
Okay, this next question is from Palak Sachdev. They ask, how did you find Andrea to help you start and manage the account? She is doing magic along with you. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you. And
she is.
I also just happened to be Felix's wife. That's how he found me. Well, but I also, if you want to learn from me, I have my own online business YouTube channel. I just opened it up. I opened it as a way to kind of give back to artists, but not even just artists, just people in general wanting to learn online business, because over the last 3 years, I was studying to become a doctor actually, and I got accepted to medical school. I was about to start, and that's actually when Felix's pages started to pick up. And so I had a choice to either go to medical school or help Felix. And it was a really tough decision, but I kind of just took that leap of faith and said, I'm gonna trust God and I'm gonna do this and help my husband and see where it takes us. And this is where we are now. And so I've learned a lot over the last 3 years of helping Felix, a lot about the online business space, about working in business and managing a social media account and how to grow on social media, things like that. So that's really my story in a quick preview. But if you want to learn more about the same techniques that I'm using to help Felix's channels grow, you can check out my YouTube channel, which is just It's Drea K, and we'll put a link in the description for you guys.
Yes, be sure to check it out, guys, if you want some insight and more in-depth about that, because she's giving away some really good information that I think will help you guys.
So the next question is from Faith A. Why haven't you been painting on jackets much anymore? I miss it.
I miss it too, actually, and I love painting on jackets, and I'm gonna continue that. But the reason why I took some time off is because I love to experiment. As you could tell, like, I do landscapes, and you could tell I've been working on this series here from our recent trip to Europe. I've been inspired, and so I wanted to get that down. And sometimes, the inspiration comes and you just have to take it. And I think it's really good to experiment and grow in different styles and experimenting, painting on different kind of objects. And I think I still love to do that, and I'm going to, but I took some time off because I was inspired to create something else.
And for people that want to learn how to paint on a jacket, Felix has a step-by-step tutorial for that.
Yes, so check it out. We'll put it up here somewhere, right?
Yes. All right, the next question is kind of a business question, so I thought I would answer this one. This question comes from Destiny Love Art. She says, what is your advice to beginning entrepreneurs selling their art? I would say the number one thing that you can do is get as much feedback on your art as possible, or get it out there into the world as much as possible. So how would you do that? I would say there are multiple ways to do that. First, the most important one I would say is social media. Right now, there's more people looking on social media than ever. So I would try different platforms. Try YouTube, try Pinterest, try Instagram, try TikTok, whatever platform interests you the most. I would figure out a way to put your art on those platforms and get people seeing your art, because that's more likely for you to get sales if there's more people seeing your art. So I would start there, and also maybe start on Etsy. Etsy is a good place to start because they already have organic traffic of people looking for things like paintings and art. So once you have built your audience and everything, you can then think about having your own website. But just to get started, I suggest Etsy. And even offline, you can look to put your art in places like coffee shops or restaurants, even like businesses. You could ask them if you can put your art up and get it in front of more eyeballs. So I would just say the number one thing is getting your art out there, participating in fairs or any kind of thing in your area that allows more people to see your art.
eBay also can be a good one. I sold a few pieces from there as well, unexpectedly. So like places like that, just it's like try to, like my wife said, try to like put it out as much as possible. It sounds like maybe overwhelming, but once you do it, you take a day to sit down and just like make these accounts and just put them out there. It'll only take like a day or two, and seriously, you'll be so much happier. I've also even sold paintings through Facebook Marketplace. I've put out my paintings there, and even OfferUp. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that app, but like all of it, like try to any apps that you know, and stay consistent with it. Like keep updating. Whenever you finish a painting, don't forget to post it. Share it and post it, and so that people will, you know, they might miss that first painting. There was situations where I posted a piece and it didn't have much, you know, eyeballs on it, but then I created another piece and I posted it again on that platform, and then somebody went back and said, oh, look at this one, wow. And then now you have a catalog of your art, and then they can pick and choose. And so just I wouldn't focus too much attention on one platform. I'd try to diversify.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to go about it, and it's really cool because nowadays you don't have to rely on finding a gallery or anyone else to promote your work. You can promote your own work and actually maybe even get more eyeballs on your work than you would in a gallery. So there's tons of ways, there's tons of opportunities out there. It's just how much time and effort you want to put into promoting your work. So that's what I would suggest, and we hope that could help. All right, next question is from Marta Victor Korchemini. And this question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That is a great question. So if God willing, our plan is to actually support other artists through our platform. So we have built this platform, and you guys might know already through CBF Presents, we're sharing other and inviting other artists to share their techniques with you, and hopefully it is helping you guys out. But we want to really build that up more and support, because me coming from Russia, coming from, you know, I was raised in this family where art was not a thing that you could make a living from, so it was not even a thought. So I kind of want to encourage every artist out there or creator that it is possible, and I want to use our platform to help other artists to get, you know, more exposure. And also I want to be able to work on my personal fine art pieces, which I have been taking some time off because I've been giving so much of tutorials and time, which, you know, I love doing and I love helping in this way. But I also, as an artist, I'm still young and I want to grow in my style and experiment so I can, you know, maybe find new ways and new techniques. And so I want to build the series of a collection of some fine art pieces in the future. So these are the plans, and maybe there will be more, but for now that's what I can think of off of the top of my head.
Yeah, I think that for us, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to grow in 10 years. That's a long time, but also I think that we just really want to focus on growing and developing the ColorByFeliks brand and making it a place where we can support other artists and give the support that Felix didn't have. He didn't feel like he had when he was starting his art journey. And we know that there's so many people out there that are wanting to start an art business or an art career or anything like that. And they just don't really know where they can go to get started or where they can go to start making a living off of their art, things like that. So that is our main goal for the next 10 years, which we're going to be working towards, is building a platform for artists. And there's a lot to do in 10 years. But
yeah, another one is to have a big studio. That's always been my dream is to have a big studio and space where I can just be messy and work big paintings and probably like bigger than ever. I just want to experiment as much as I can.
But this next one is coming from Left Eye 35. That's their name. They say, how do you feel that God has impacted your art style, and how has God impacted your career over the years?
So the style, it always, changes. Like God is always new every day, but at the same time, He's the same. So like when I read the scripture, the Bible, and would get like a verse that inspires me, I immediately get an idea of or like get a vision, or sometimes I have dreams that I really want to sketch it down and put it on a canvas, right? Or I go out in nature. I love nature because that just shows me the beautiful creation that God made, through His own hands, and that inspires me to create, what I see every day, and it's just amazing. I think that the style comes from experiences, I believe, and it's kind of hard to explain because, like, for example, this recent trip we went to Europe. I never been to Europe. Came from Russia and Ukraine, but like the Europe side, France, Italy, I never been there. And so we were able to go there and experience and study art, kind of look around and be inspired in galleries and just like seeing just the nature and how people are and how people live there. That inspired me a lot, to create this style that you see. It completely was unexpected, but I believe it's a God-given talent, and I think that it's up to each person how you want to use it, and where God gives you the freedom to, have fun with it, play with it, see what you can create.
Yeah, I think that the second part of that question that says, how has God impacted your art career over the years? I think that for that, I just think that God has blessed us in bigger ways than we ever imagined. And I see the ways that He has provided for us every step of the way in huge ways and in ways that we never even imagined or could ever even ask for. And He has helped us to take this so much further than we ever could on our own.
Actually, I just feel like sharing this because to give you an idea, because this is one example of God's miracle that, helped us along the way and to lean into this career, and because this was unexpected, right? But one time, this was like 4 years ago, probably 4 years ago. We were living in Bellingham, and we're now in Seattle. But that was the time when we weren't sure. Like that was the time when she was deciding whether she wanted to be a doctor, continue schooling, and I was, the page was starting to pick up, but it was not making us any, money to make a living out of it. So we were deciding, a lot of decision making, and so we were praying. I remember that 1 month we barely had enough to pay for rent, and we didn't know what to do. We're like, oh man, we just have enough, but barely. And then so my wife prayed, and she's like, Lord, please guide us, show us a way, guide us through, help us in this time, And so seriously, the next morning we woke up and we got this email, and somebody emailed and said, hey, I really love your art. I saw it from, a coffee shop, and I'd like to buy two of your paintings, and there were the paintings that were the bigger ones, which were the most expensive ones in there, which helped us pay for rent and food. And that was just a little sign for us to continue, for me to continue to create. And so,
and not even that, when we went to go meet the people that wanted to buy the paintings. So this was literally 2 days before our rent was due. 2 days, and we didn't have the money for rent. So we went to go meet the people that wanted to buy the paintings, and they said, actually, we want to get another one. Can we get that one? And can we get that one? And can we get that one? And we literally could not believe it. It was literally a miracle. It was a miracle.
It was a miracle.
Because they bought the most pieces from Felix that anyone has ever bought. They bought maybe 10 to 12 paintings.
Yes.
And we couldn't even believe it. It was crazy.
Yeah, and also the crazy thing is not only because of, you know, just the rent, but also our lease was up in Bellingham. We were deciding where to move. So we were just moving to Seattle, but we weren't sure, you know, because we didn't have enough to kind of, you know, settle ourselves in here. So that was like reassurance and like a miracle to us that, wow, this is, you know, God is like directing us here. And this is just one example, but there's so many like that miracles where like it's not like human mind can't even, you know, understand it, but God works in amazing ways, and we just trust him and believe that he will take care of us all the time. And
he has. So that's how that answers that question. And yeah, that was a cool question. Thanks for asking.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone, this is our last question for today. Thank you so much for everyone that sent in your questions. We got tons of questions and we wish we could answer all of them, but we will do this again in the future if you guys want. Let us know if you're enjoying this in the comments, and we will consider doing something similar in the future. This next question comes from Horse Lover Art 111, and they ask, what is the most important tip you could ever give to a beginner artist?
That is a great question to end for today. I would say consistency is the key. I would say just, you know, create. It doesn't matter which style. It doesn't matter what you're doing, how you're creating, and what kind of style or like whatever you're doing, as long as you're consistent with it, you know. And so because you're constantly building your brain and your whole body, it's growing every day, right? And so you want to keep that up with your art as well. So you want to stay consistent with it. Then you'll see progress, you know, and growth, and you'll see new ideas coming in, and it's just you know that's how I believe it works. I would recommend to always stay consistent with your art. Don't just, you know, paint a painting and then just set it aside and not do art or painting for like a year or something. Of course, that's gonna fade and you're not gonna be as interested. But the more you do it, the more it's like a kid, you know, like it becomes like a lot of toys. But I don't know if that makes sense. But anyway, consistency. Do you want to add anything to?
So I guess that's on the art side. Well, that also is the same for social media. Like, you have to be consistent. That's one of the most important things, is being consistent. But I also would say, like, don't believe the lie that people tell you that being an artist is not possible, because now it is possible. There's a lot of opportunities for artists now with the internet, and I would say don't allow people to tell you what you can or cannot do with your life.
For sure.
And that's the biggest tip I would give any artist that is maybe doubting or has some negative feedback from people or something like that. So
I love that. That's a great way to end that question. Guys, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you guys' great support. We are excited to continue growing this channel with you guys and sharing new ideas and you know, other artists into this channel as well. And we'll be doing more giveaways in the future like this, so stay tuned for that. Again, be sure to like and subscribe, and also click the bell button so that whenever we post, you'll be notified. Guys, God bless, take care, and keep up the creative flow.
Big thank you to our patrons who have supported us over the years, and who have supported this channel, because you guys are helping not only to support us, but now you are helping to support other artists, because we actually do provide some financial compensation with the artists that come on the channel. And we are happy to be able to support them and provide jobs for artists. How cool is that? And you guys are a part of that. So thank you guys. Finally, guys, just want to remind you that we're doing a giveaway of all the supplies that we showed earlier. So be sure to comment down below something that you have enjoyed watching on the channel so far, whether it's a tutorial or a vlog or a guest artist. Comment down below. We're gonna choose someone randomly to win all these art supplies from ColorByFeliks. I also saw a bunch of questions in the Q&A asking about international orders. Yes, if you're international, if you're in India or the UK, we do ship internationally, and we are working on making our products more available to you guys. So there you have it, and we hope you guys enjoyed this.
All right, guys, take care and God bless.
Bye.